All right, switching gears here. Got to talk the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar, 13 minutes. He had the crowd sing. Everyone did the A minor line, which he had 65,000 people doing the A minor. I thought that was definitely one of the high points of the show. There was a lot of debate over Kendrick Lamar's performance. Some people said it was the worst halftime show ever. A lot of people point out the symbolism in it. I do think it was a big win for flared jeans, by the way. Those flared jeans went off. Good luck getting a pair of flared jeans today. He was wearing the Deion Sanders Prime 96 shoes, which was pretty cold. There's a lot of hidden message. You had Serena Williams crip walking on Drake's grave.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Right, and that was his ex. She's from Compton. And you had Serena Williams crip walking. You had him with the A minor chain, which I thought was a classic Kendrick. I think the high point for me probably was when he looked at the camera directly when he said, "Say Drake," and he had that wicked smile. And it felt like the beef between them was still burning at a high level. But I will say overall, like, I think for anyone saying it was a bad performance, it just says, look, just say you don't like Kendrick Lamar, because that's what it really is. Because that was a Kendrick Lamar performance. You had a guy out there, first of all, no backtrack. The breath control was crazy for 13 minutes to go out there. Oh, the Samuel, America's Samuel L. Jackson, Uncle Sam. I thought that was an interesting twist to it. Is it up there for me with Michael Jackson, who went onto the stage and didn't move for a full minute, and the producers were freaking out, and he ends up moonwalking, right? I mean, does it top Michael Jackson moonwalking? No. Does it top Prince doing Purple Rain in the rain in Miami? No. I mean, I would say he's not that kind of artist that has a catalog of like 15 number one hits. That's what you see at these shows. It's like number one hit, number one hit, number one hit, number one hit, number one hit. That's not really what Kendrick Lamar is, but Not Like Us won the Song of the Year at the Grammys, won the Record of the Year. He teased it, then kind of went away from it. Yeah. I think he ultimately delivered, but what say you?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the biggest takeaways, everybody's focusing on the beef and like what he was going to say about Drake. And so I saw like the Daily Mail put out that it was one of the worst halftime performances of all time, which I just completely disagree with. Listen, I don't want to talk about where my side lies in the
why
beef,
not
in the beef. I don't want to go that far, but I will say the symbolism of the performance I really did enjoy. The Uncle Sam, the things that he talked about, like this is bigger than music. Like people were thinking that it's about beef, but I think he was talking about like the 40 acres and a mule. That's going over a lot of people's heads, and I think the reality of that performance and the reason why it got scrutiny is because people just didn't resonate with the messaging within the performance. I think the only thing they resonated with was the beef with Drake. But ultimately, I loved it. I loved the American flag. I loved the dancers. I loved how for Black History Month, every dancer was Black. You know what I'm saying? So I thought there were a lot of things that symbolism-wise he was trying to push out, and I thought that was really cool. Obviously, this is not Whitney Houston's national anthem.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to put that performance on those levels, but I do think it was a little over-criticized, definitely over-criticized.
I think that anyone, and look, this is a safe place. This is a safe place. You can say, well, I mean, look, I'll be, if I took True Serum right now, I'd be like, man, I honestly love Drake as much as I love Kendrick. Yeah. For me, it feels like my parents are fighting. They'd be like, "Don't fight in front of me." You know, like I don't like that at all. I don't either. I don't like it at all. I hate it. I hate it, man. It makes me feel weird because I'm from the West Coast, but I'm from LA. I feel like I gotta kind of have my ties towards. All my OVO merch, I haven't left the house with it in a year and a half. I just wear it in the house. You know, it's like I wear the chains in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how I am with Drake. But I do agree with you is that some people they were Drake fans and they were like, oh, please be bad. Oh, this sucks. Yeah. Oh, no, it sucks. It sucks. See, it sucks. You know, like they were waiting to say they didn't like it. Yeah. But the truth is, like, I mean, I don't know. This is how I kind of view performances like this. When it ended, I was pissed that it ended. Like I wanted to stick an extra 5 minutes. I was like, I was telling the people in the other room, like, one of my favorite albums, Good Kid, Mad City, where Kendrick. I mean, yeah. You know, like if he was on the GNX and he was posing and he started with that a cappella, and then the red, white, and blue dudes come out of the car, like I would have lost my shit. And that's the only thing for me is that there wasn't a part during the show where I lost my ish. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be like a surprise performance, something he said, something he did, but I was just more like, oh, this is cool. Like I thought Euphoria when he performed, that was kind of like one of the high points for me. But I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's the first hip hop artist to perform at the Super Bowl, right? So you got to give him credit for doing that and breaking those boundaries. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, I would pay to see money of. I mean, did Drake watch it? I mean,
well, Drake's in Australia on tour, so probably didn't. But he's also
there was like a leak video of like a bunch of his OVO crew watching it. People thought it was Drake, but the guy had braids, and Drake of course cut his braids, so it was deemed false. But his OVO crew was watching.
And also too, I mean, you know, Drake got some music coming out on Valentine's Day, so he's not thinking about this.
He definitely thinking about it. He definitely.
But you know, it is to me. It was you know what's funny? Like it was actually to me. It was like the performance also was similar to like how a Kendrick album goes. Like when I first saw it live, first of all, I was telling these guys, I was bummed that it was a blowout. It was like it was such a blowout that I was like, you could have had Michael Jackson. I'd be like, man, this game sucks. Like, I was sad that it was a blowout, so it was hard for me to enjoy it. But it was like a Kendrick album. Like on first listen, there's just so much going on. You're like, I gotta run that back and watch it a couple more times to really get the true feel for it. But all in all, man, I mean, you got to give the guy credit. You got to, I mean, to go from a diss track that. Usually a diss track, you're like, we're not going to see a music video for that, right? Of course, Hit 'Em Up and Ether and Take Over, we're not going to see a music video for that. Goes from diss track to music video to song of the year to record of the year to one of the most streamed songs of the year to performing the Super Bowl. I mean, it's pretty much a generational run for that song.
Yeah.
Having said that, I do think that it wasn't a 10 for me.
No.
I would probably give it like, after watching a couple times, I'd probably give like an 8.2.
I think that's actually pretty healthy. Yeah, that's solid. 8.2 is good.
8.2, I think that C's get degrees, B's get you the honor roll. Like he's an honor roll student for that performance.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think Kendrick is look. I think the best version of Kendrick is when he's just like a rapping monster. He's sweating and this and that. He kind of saved some gears for that tour a little bit and probably kept it a little bit PG for the Super Bowl crowd as well. Yeah, so. All in all, I think it's getting a little too much hate. People who are saying it's the worst ever, you're just basically exposing yourself, essentially.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Or you're just the glazer of all Drake glazers.